Let us look at how we are going to use the checker provided with the starter code for your assignment 1. We open the file a1_checker.py in Wing IDE. To run it, we click on the Run button. Let us scroll up to see the errors that it reports. Function isWin. Assertion error. False is not true. IsWin should return a Boolean value, but returned 42. Well, let's examine the function and see what caused this error. Well, in fact, what caused this error is me changing this function, which is provided correctly in your starter code, to, instead of return a Boolean value, return 42. And the checker noticed that and tells me about it. So let us fix that error and rerun the checker. I'm going to click on the Run button again to rerun the checker. Notice that now it says that it ran 13 tests and everything is okay. However, I need to be careful here. I'm going to scroll up to see the complete report. And now we find mistakes here. Here, as it was checking the coding style, it found some style convention errors. Here's the first one. Bed whitespace. And this error it found occurring one time in my program. On line 35, exactly one space required around comparison. And here is the line 35 in my file puzzlerfunctions.py where the error has been reported. Well, let's go to our file puzzler functions and see if we can fix this error. I see. Exactly one white space is required around the equality operator. Let us fix this error, go back to the checker and rerun. Once again, we need to scroll up to make sure that there are no further errors reported, and looks like there is an error reported. Invalid name. Argument name view does not conform to a particular pattern. Please refer to PyTA help documentation. Well, I know what the problem is. The name view begins with an uppercase V, and that is against our style conventions. Here's our function isWin. Let us rename our parameter so that it is lowercase view and it conforms to Python style guidelines. Go back and rerun the checker. Now, as we scroll up, we notice that there were no errors in the code forbidden usage that are high priority errors. There were no style convention errors. These are the ones that you should definitely fix before submissions. After checking the coding style, the checker also checks the type contracts. Remember, the first error that we found was the function returning the number 42 instead of a Boolean. And we can see what checks exactly the checker performs. It checks the function's calculate score. It checks that the constants have not been modified by your code. And so on and so forth, every function that you are required to write. And then it reports that it ran 13 tests in total and that everything is okay.